So, and also the allegation that the county government of Meru has been slapped with the 4 million in that decision. It is not true. It is not a correct observation. The county government, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, is not a party to that employment and labor relations dispute. And in the same decision, in the same order, the general damages that were granted of cumulative general damages of 1 million.
Perhaps very quickly, Mr. Munene, if you could refer the House to the specific documents they wish to rely on.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, page 68 of the bundle of documents, volume 1B of the governor's bundle of documents, it's a request for confirmation on employment of Dr. John Toiti, made by the county secretary to the Nairobi County Secretary, Nairobi County. And on page 69 is a resignation of Dr. John Toiti, dated 14th November 2023. Page 70 of that bundle of documents is a letter from Nairobi City County confirming that confirming the employment status of Dr. John Toiti, that Dr. John Toiti is an employee of Nairobi City County. Page 71 of volume 1B of the bundle of documents, it is a notice of appeal indicating that the parties, the respondent, they disagreed with the decision of the court, and they have preferred an appeal against that decision.
Mr. Munene, I think that is sufficient. I'll move to the final issue. The governor has been accused of having a bloated workforce in his office. What's the response to that, Mr. Munene?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I confirm that there is such an allegation of bloated workforce, and that allegation, there was a similar allegation in the previous motion in which I also appeared as a witness, whereby the governor is accused of having a bloated workforce. There are documents on the contrary to indicate that the governor has been categorical on the issue of controlling the wage bill in the county. That is by minimizing any hiring or replacements. Through the assistance of my advocate, I want to get to that page. This is employment. Page 170 of volume 1B, bundle of documents. This is a letter from the secretary. It's an internal memo from the secretary, County Public Service Board, to the Chief of Staff. It is dated 17th October 2023. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it's of importance to note that at 17th October 2023, it is the same week that the second impeachment motion was drafted and debated at the County Assembly. This was an allegation that, the document that they sought to rely on, they relied on those documents then, and they're still the same document that they're relying on. In this letter, dated 5th October 2023, on page 170, the County Public Service Board, the Secretary of the County Public Service Board is communicating to the Chief of Staff that we would like to inform you that we have exhausted the available vacancies in the office of the governor as per the Transition Authority Circular of 6th September 2013, we have concluded on the recruitment process for staff in the governor's office. Attached, please find the list of the officers who have been so far employed in the office of the governor. And Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that list has 29 employees, 19 directly under the governor's office, and 10 under the deputy governor's office. Surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, by a letter dated 6th October 2023, that is the following day, the first letter is dated 5th October 2023. The second letter comes on, it's dated 6th October 2023, but delivered on 5th December 2023. That is after the impeachment motion. The first letter is dated, appearing on page 170, is dated 5th October, but was sent to the Chief of Staff on 17th October when it is received. The second letter is dated, appearing on page 175 of the same bundle of documents. It is dated 6th October 2023 and received on 5th December 2023. Page 175, volume 1B of the governor's bundle of documents. This letter, the bond has appointed Gitobu Tunu Gatweri as an administrative officer to replace Ellen Bahati Matilu, who left service. She will be placed in the deputy governor's office. This is therefore to give you authority to loan her into the payroll.
What was the response to that?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, by a letter dated 15th December 2023, it's appearing on page 173, volume 1B of this document. The Chief of Staff responds on authority to loan in the payroll and indicates that it has been brought to our attention that by a letter dated 6th October, you have ordered the Chief Officer in charge of Public Service Management to loan a certain Gitobu Tunu Gatweri, whom you have apparently appointed as an administrative officer, employee under the office of the governor. This is a protest letter, and on page 174, the letter runs to page 174 of specific importance before this honorable assembly, and Mr. Speaker, honorable members, is that the Chief of Staff says, be reminded also that solely the governor has previously and including in the recent impeachment proceedings, both the brunt of allegations of bloated workforce under the office of the governor, and is not willing to preside over further appointments and overloading of the payroll as suggested by your latest communication. And in the same memo, is saying that be advised that there is an administrative officer at the Deputy Governor's office who was deployed and has been there from 23rd February 2023. So the governor is resisting any addition.
Thank you, Mr. Menene. I think you have been clear beyond peradventure. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'll close there in chief. You'll wait for questions, Mr. Menene. Okay,
Council for County
the
Assembly.
witness seems to have one more issue to clarify as counsel of
Very well.
Mr.
You may
Speaker,
proceed.
honorable members, there is also an allegation that has been raised on the issue of that the governor has been accused of abuse office for paying Kiabi Christas Manyara his full salary while still in remand. I'm aware that the County Public Service Bond, pursuant to sections 59(1)(c) of the County Government Act, is the one mandated with the disciplinary powers. The County Public Service Bond, it has the disciplinary powers, and when it comes to the issue of interdiction, of an employee, it is the role of the county public service board to do the interdiction. On disciplinary powers, at times the county public service board has delegated its disciplinary powers through some authorized officers. And I'm aware, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that the governor is not an authorized officer within the meaning of Section 86 of the County Governments Act. So it cannot be said that the governor has failed to interdict an employee under the public service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Munene.
For the record, Mr. Speaker, my name is Mwangi Ndego. I'll be taking about 10 minutes in cross. Bwana Dixon.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, yes. Yes, sir.
How are you, Bwana Dixon?
I'm fine, thank you.
I refer you to your affidavit at page 24 of your documents, specifically paragraph 3 of your affidavit. You report the issue of the revocation of the appointment, correct?
Yes.
Do you dispute that Ms. Miriti was appointed?
No, I don't.
Now, you have also deponed that the appointment was not legal, and you have deponed the issue of revocation of the appointment, correct?
Correct.
And it is your evidence that the revocation was pursuant to the legal advice.
Correct.
And you're on record that the legal advice was done both by yourself and the alleged legal advisor.
Correct.
Now, have you brought to this Senate an original copy of that legal advice?
No.
Do you have even a certified copy?
No.
Now, I take you to that legal advice, Bwana Munene. The legal advice is to be found at page 11 of the governor's bundle of documents,
Yes.
volume 1B, honorable members. Now, in that legal advice, legal opinion, Bwana Munene, page 11 of the governor's response, volume 1B, marked as KM5. That legal advice, Bwana Munene, do we have someone signing off as who is the author of that document? At the last page, page 12.
It indicates legal advisor.
Do you have it reflecting the name?
No, it does not reflect the name.
It doesn't reflect the name of either the alleged legal advisor or your own or your own name, does it?
It does not.
Honorable Senators, I want to move with you to the affidavit of one Linda Gaki Kiome that was filed yesterday before the Senate, yesterday afternoon. I hope we all have that affidavit. It's a standalone affidavit that was filed yesterday afternoon by Linda Gaki Kiome. Now, Mr. Munene, do you have that affidavit?
No.
And in that affidavit, there is an annexure.
I don't have the affidavit.
You can supply a copy.
Okay.
Please look at the last annexure that was applied by Linda Gaki Kiome, the notice of intention to terminate your contract. Do you have that copy, Mr. Munene?
Yes, I am there.
Can you read the second sentence, paragraph that starts with the word, the reason for termination?
The reason for termination is due to your perennial unavailability to offer legal advice as and whenever the governor requires you.
The second sentence, the sentence preceding, before that, or after that?
You have also disheartened your obligation as a legal advisor to the governor and instead concentrated on your schedule as a council member of the LSK and also in the running of your law firm,
Now,
which
Mr.
you are
Munene,
sole
stop at that.
proprietor.
So this is an notice of intention to terminate the contract of Linda Gaki Kiome, correct?
Yes,
And the reasons for termination is perennial unavailability and desertion of work, correct?
correct.
And what is the meaning of the word perennial? Is it not annually, perennially?
Many times.
Many
several.
times. When is the date of this letter?
26th March 2024.
26th?
March 2024.
Proceed to the sentence that begins with the word, when the governor.
When the governor raised this concern over the same issue in December 2023, and in an attempt to amicably resolve it, you intimated that due to the exigencies of your schedule, you contemplated resigning.
In December, which year?
2023.
That means that as of December 2023, the governor already had issues with her legal advisor, one Linda Gaki Kiome, correct?
It indicates so.
Is that not the inference?
That is what it infers.
Now, I take you back to the internal memo, Mr. Sorry, before I take you back to the internal memo, I take you to the date of the internal memo. When is the date of the internal memo?
23rd February 2024.
23rd?
February 2024.
A date coming after the governor having issues with her legal advisor, correct?
Correct.
A date coming after the governor having identified that her legal advisor has perennially deserted work, correct?
Not correct.
Do you want me to take you back to the intention to terminate?
Yes, which is coming on 26th March 2024. That is when the issue of perennial that is coming. Yes, 26th March 2024.
Thank you. Now, the paragraph that says when the governor raised this concern over the same issue, what issue was the governor raising in the month of December 2023 with her legal advisor, Mr. Munene? Is it not the issue of perennial unavailability and desertion of work?
It talks about exigencies of the schedule and contemplating. Yes, it is.
Is it not the issue of perennial unavailability and desertion?
Yes.
As of December 2023,
Yes.
the governor had problems with her legal advisor for being unavailable at work.
Yes.
Yet in 23rd February 2024, the legal advisor is in a capacity to advise the governor. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Now, if we are to look at the veracity and the legality of that opinion, Mr. Munene, which you have admitted that you did indeed give or issue, and as an advocate, what's the legality of that opinion in light of Section 58.5 of the County Government Act? Can I take you there, kindly?
Yes, sure.
Section 58.5 is to be found at our volume 3, the County Assembly Bundle, volume 3. The County Assembly Bundle, volume 3, at page 51. At page 51. Page 50 and page 51, section 58 is about composition of the County Public Service Board. Mr. Munene, can you kindly read section 58.5 of the County Government Act?
I am not there yet, so if you could be assistant with a copy.
Kindly.
Thank you.
Page 51.
Yes.
Can you kindly read?
The members of the board may only be removed from office on grounds set out for the removal of members of a constitutional commission under Article 251(1) of the Constitution, and by a vote of not less than 75% of all members of the County Assembly.
That is the process of removing a member of the board, correct?
Yes, but not an ex officio member of the board.
Wasn't Ms. Miriti appointed to the board?
She was an ex officio
Yes
member
or
of
no?
the board.
Is
No.
she not a secretary?
She's a secretary.
Does this fly on the face?
Sergeant at arms. Sergeant at arms, is everything okay?
Mr. I hope my time was post, Honorable Speaker. Now, Mr. Munene, it's your evidence that the
Just hold on, Council.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Munene, it is your evidence that the secretary is an ex-officio member.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Can you kindly look at page 50 of the same volume 3 band of the County Assembly, section 58(1) on the composition of the board? Are you there?
Yes, I am there.
What is the composition of the board?
The County Public Service Board shall comprise a chairperson appointed in accordance with section 58A, at least,
C, specifically C, go to section 58, subsection 1C.
I'm on 58, at least 3 but not more than 5 members appointed in accordance with section 58A, a certified public secretary.
A certified?
Public secretary.
So is a certified public secretary a member of the board?
An ex officio member.
But a member of the?
An ex officio member.
Where is the issue of ex officio on section 58(1)C?
Because
Constrain yourself to that section. Is a secretary a member of the board? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, in respect of section 58(5), is the procedure depicted under section 58(5) the procedure for removal of the secretary? Correct?
It's for the members of the board.
And the secretary, correct?
Article 251.
No.
1,
Mr. Munene, section 58(5), the members of the board may only be removed from office pursuant to section 58(5), correct?
Yes, and Article
Correct?
251.
Yes or no?
Correct.
Now, in respect to the legal opinion, doesn't that legal opinion that you claim to have given fly on the face of section 58(5) and Article 251? Yes or no?
No.
Now, Mr. Munene, I take you to the question of boards. As paragraph 6 of your affidavit, you've deponed that the letter by the county secretary dated 18th June 2023 was forwarded to the county assembly in the name of Japhet Dombi, correct?
Correct.
Were you copied in those letters? Were you copied?
Take me to the letter, I'll confirm whether I was copied or not.
Honorable Senators, the said letters are to be found at volume 1.